Have you ever noticed that in a heated argument, the person who remains calm often seems to have more power? Or how in a room full of noise, it's the quiet, observant person who commands the most respect? There's a profound strength in calmness, a powerful voice in silence. It's a concept that ancient philosophers and modern leaders alike have understood and harnessed. Today, let's explore this hidden superpower together. This isn't about being passive or weak. It's about finding an unshakable inner core that allows you to navigate the storms of life with grace and wisdom. Welcome to a journey into the heart of tranquility, where we'll uncover why silence truly speaks louder than words. Let's think about a common scenario. Someone cuts you off in traffic. The immediate, instinctual reaction is anger. Your heart pounds. You might honk your horn, maybe shout something they can't even hear. It's a surge of adrenaline, a fight or flight response. Now, what does this reaction accomplish? It raises your own stress levels, ruins your mood, and has absolutely zero effect on the other driver, who is already miles down the road. Now, imagine a different response. You take a deep breath. You notice your own physical reaction, the clenching in your jaw, the tightening in your chest. Instead of reacting, you observe. You acknowledge the feeling of frustration without letting it take over. You simply let it pass. In that moment of calm, you reclaim your power. You're no longer a puppet of your emotions. You are in control. This is the first lesson of staying calm. It's not about suppressing emotion, but about mastering your response to it. The world we live in is incredibly loud. We're constantly bombarded with notifications, opinions, advertisements, and the endless chatter of social media. Everyone is shouting to be heard. In this environment, silence has become a rare and precious commodity. When you choose to be silent, you create a space for listening, a space for thinking, a space for true understanding. When you're in a conversation and you resist the urge to immediately fill every pause, you give the other person room to think and express themselves more fully. You might be surprised by what you hear when you're not busy planning your next sentence. This is active listening, and it's a cornerstone of genuine connection. By offering the gift of your silent, focused attention, you're communicating something far more powerful than words. I see you. I hear you. You matter. This builds trust and respect in a way that constant talking never can. Think about the wisest people you know. Are they the ones who are always talking, always offering unsolicited advice? Or are they the ones who listen carefully, consider thoughtfully, and speak only when they have something meaningful to contribute? Their words carry weight precisely because they are used sparingly. Their silence isn't empty. It's full of observation and reflection. This is the principle of economy of words. When you speak less, your words have more impact. People learn that when you do choose to speak, it's worth paying attention to. This isn't about playing games or trying to seem mysterious. It's a natural consequence of valuing your own words and the attention of others. You filter out the noise and deliver the signal. In negotiations, in leadership, in personal relationships, the person who can comfortably hold a silence often holds the advantage. They create a vacuum that the other person feels compelled to fill, often revealing more than they intended. But the most profound strength of calmness is found within ourselves. Our inner world can often be as chaotic as the outer one. A constant monologue of worries, self-criticism, and anxieties can run on a loop in our minds. Learning to quiet this inner chatter is one of the most transformative skills you can develop. This is where practices like meditation, mindfulness, or even just spending quiet time in nature become so vital. When you sit in silence, you begin to observe your thoughts without getting entangled in them. You see them for what they are, just thoughts, passing clouds in the sky of your awareness. You realize that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer, the still, silent presence behind them. This realization is incredibly liberating. It frees you from the tyranny of your own mind. From this place of inner stillness, clarity emerges. When you're not caught up in the emotional storm, you can see the situation more clearly. You have access to your intuition, your creativity, and your problem-solving abilities. The best solutions often don't come when we're frantically trying to figure things out. They arise in moments of quiet contemplation, when we allow the answer to surface on its own. A calm mind is a clear mind, and a clear mind can solve problems that a stressed mind created. Let's be clear, this isn't easy. Our brains are wired for reaction. Cultivating calmness is a practice, like strengthening a muscle. It requires patience and consistency. It starts with small moments. Choose to not engage in a pointless online argument. Take 5 deep breaths before responding to a stressful email. Spend the first 10 minutes of your day in silence instead of immediately grabbing your phone. Each time you choose a calm response over a reactive one, you are rewiring your brain. You are building a new neural pathway. Over time, calmness becomes your default setting. It's not that you never feel anger, frustration, or fear. It's that these emotions no longer control you. You can hold them, acknowledge them, and act from a place of wisdom instead of impulse. Think of a deep lake. The surface might be choppy with waves and wind, but deep down, it is still and serene. That is the goal, to cultivate that inner depth of stillness that remains untouched by the surface-level disturbances of life. This inner peace is the ultimate source of strength. It makes you resilient. When life throws its challenges at you, you don't break, you bend, you adapt. You draw upon that deep reservoir of calm to navigate the storm. Silence also fosters creativity. The greatest artists, writers, and inventors often speak of the importance of solitude and quiet. It's in the absence of external input that the inner voice can be heard. Ideas need space to breathe and grow. If you're constantly consuming content, there's no room for creation. By intentionally carving out periods of silence in your day, you create a fertile ground for inspiration to sprout. So how can we start practicing this today? Here's a simple challenge. Try to find just 15 minutes of complete silence. No phone, no music, no TV. Just you and your thoughts. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and just breathe. Notice the sounds around you. Notice the sensations in your body. Notice your thoughts as they come and go. Don't judge them, just watch them. It might feel uncomfortable at first. Your mind might race. That's okay. The point isn't to have an empty mind, but to practice returning to the present moment, to the simple act of breathing again and again. The strength of staying calm and the power of silence are not passive qualities. They are active choices. They are disciplines. In a world that values noise, speed, and reaction, choosing quiet, patience, and reflection is a revolutionary act. It's an act of reclaiming your attention, your peace, and your power. It's the path to deeper wisdom, stronger relationships, and a more resilient, peaceful self. So the next time you feel the pull of anger or the urge to fill a silence, take a breath, pause, and remember the immense power that lies in your ability to just be calm. Thank you for joining me on this reflection. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more journeys into wisdom. Take care.